What's up, family? So I just finished I guess it was a long day. I just finished seeing clients and I said, you know what? Let me go live and just talk about some stuff. So I know I gave this a title of why did you get married? But really, these are probably more random thoughts than anything. But why, if you're married, why did you get married? I am becoming increasingly confused as to why folks still be getting married, knowing, or maybe they don't know. Maybe that's the thing. But knowing that they they're not ready. So if you have a habit of holding on to grudges, not being able to let things go, you're not ready for marriage. If you got unresolved anger, usually from childhood, but if you got unresolved anger anywhere, you're not ready for me. I think I'm gonna change my practice from seeing married folk to single pre-married folk, so I can help them. I believe if I can get my hands on more pre-married folk, we could bring the divorce rate down. If they listen, we could bring the divorce rate down, because what I'm going to teach/tell them is that marriage is not the place you come for happiness. I don't know how many times I got to say that. Marriage is not the place you come for happiness. It does not live there. Happiness is an individual phenomenon. I'm preparing for a video right now. Where my note? Where my phone? I'm preparing for a video right now to share with you guys, called "Marriage is God's Idea." Did you know? You probably know, but you may not think about it. Did you know that in Genesis, when God talks about the first marriage, when God creates the first marriage, do you know that love is not mentioned? Do you also know that love is mentioned in the Bible, but not in Genesis 1, 2, or 3? God said it's not good for man to be alone. So I'm going to create for him a helper. Helper for what? To help him have romance? To help him feel good? To help him with some kind of work. What folk don't realize is that marriage has more to do with duty than romance. But y'all keep running to marriage, trying to find happiness, trying to get away from your pain. You trying to get away from pain and running to marriage, you're gonna hurt yourself bad. Because the other broken person that you choose, they're probably doing the same thing. And now y'all get together and everybody have their own prideful lives trying to get their needs met. So now both of y'all feel neglected. Today was a rough day. Not for me, but for my clients. But it affected me. What else? I wrote a couple of things down. Your values. Like how actually. No, I'm still gonna fuss. How y'all keep marrying folk? Actually, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. The anti-hypocrite gene in me won't let me fuss at y'all on that one. So let me go to the next one. Why, when you're angry? So first of all, y'all said, for better or for worse, till death do us part. But why, when you're angry, it's like you forget that. When you get angry, then you treat them like they're a stranger. You get angry and, you stop talking. You get an attitude. You want to pay them back tit for tat. Like, I know you learned it in childhood because your mama and your daddy did it to you when you messed up, but that's not how we handle conflict. That ain't how we handle conflict. So I just like, why are folk getting married today? Usually when I ask this question, I ask it to in person, almost everybody says, because I love them. When I say that's the wrong reason to get married, they're confused. I used to think it was too. Oh, listen, from the age of 19, I'm 53, from the age of 19 up until, I don't know that number, I can't remember. That's all love is it, and romance, and Romeo and Juliet, chemistry, sexual fantasy, like all of that. But God ain't ordained none of that. Let me change that. Let me not say God didn't ordain it. None of that is required for marriage. And you are going to hurt yourself when you make chemistry, romance, the need to feel wanted, I know I just lost a lot of y'all. The need to feel adored. Just don't. Like you. That's not what marriage is for. When you make those things the requirement, that's when marriage starts to deteriorate. And I believe that's why marriage looks the way it looks now in 2025, because we've made so here we go. We've made love languages a requirement. Love languages are not real. They should be called feel-good languages. Because I'm not saying get rid of them all together, but it's not love. Because when you call it love, you make it a requirement. And then now when your partner's not buying you gifts or spending quality time with you, or giving you acts of service, you conclude they don't love you. When in actuality, they would kill a rock for you. But they don't make you feel good, because how you feel is because of you. You control how you feel, not them. So here's the thing. What I would like for you to do is go find your spouse, look them in the face and say, hey, I'm sorry for the way that I've been over the years. I'm going to do better. Now, watch this. You can say that regardless of what's going on in your marriage. Because when you say that, you're not saying they didn't do something or that they didn't do something worse. You're just taking responsibility for your stuff. Why am I saying that? Because I had too many folk today who's trying to shift the blame like Adam did, shift the blame to their spouse. No. You're responsible for your own stuff. What else did I want to talk about as far as marriage? I need to get all this out before I go to bed, because I don't want to carry it with me. Unresolved anger, life partners, values, holding grudges. What else? It was one more thing that I heard today that I wanted to talk about, that I said, why y'all? What? Oh, this one's difficult. But man, listen. You got to get to the place where even your can't say that. I don't know how to say what I'm thinking without teaching, because if I just say it, y'all gonna be confused, and I'm not about confusing you. So actually, scratch what I was just about to say. Let me think if I can say it a different way without teaching, and I don't think I can. I can't think of a way. But take care of your marriage, okay? Focus more on what you're giving than what you're receiving. Commit yourself to becoming a great spouse more than you wish you had one, okay? If it's not working for you and it ain't gonna work, okay, well then let them go. If you can't love them unless they treat you right, let them go. I know that's not the only answer, but I mean, y'all act like y'all don't want to do nothing else. Yes, so I have a job because, like, I want you to come see me. But y'all, when you come see me, you just want me to validate your foolishness. I'm not doing that. I ain't doing that. Let me say this. I know this is just, I might not even leave this up. This is just random. But if you're dealing with infidelity and you want to work with me, if you guys, if the unfaithful partner if you haven't revealed everything, and if you haven't stopped being defensive, if you haven't stopped being, trying to blame your partner, you need a different, I'm not working with you. I'm not doing it. No. So, but then also too, if and when you do come work with me, it's going to be mostly education. I'm probably say that somewhere else. That don't really go with this. That don't really go with this message, but it came to my mind. So I'm random like that. All right, well, let me go. I think I got it all out. I feel better. And that was only 10 minutes. Amazing. All right, good people. Sorry I had to be a part of my little rant. I'm looking for the end button. Part of my little rant. But like, I don't understand. I don't understand being in a relationship, knowing that you're not perfect. Beyond that, knowing that you got issues, but then constantly blaming your partner for the things that you deal with. Here's something else. If you can't, I told you they're random. If you can't handle the truth, you're going to suffer in marriage. If your partner can't tell you, hey, I don't like that. Hey, that's not right. Well, you need to grow. But on the flip side, if and when you tell your partner about themselves, why so much disrespect got to be with it? Why so much criticism got to be with it? Right? Okay, I'm done for real. I'm ending it. I don't have no end button. Okay, here we go.